So, I've been asked about this recipe by a couple people. I'm going to show you how to make my version of Salisbury steaks. Okay, so here are the ingredients that I use. Go ahead and get 2 jars of turkey gravy, 2 pounds of ground turkey, 1 egg, got 1 egg, some crushed garlic, secret ingredient, pesto, and salt and pepper. Alright, so you go ahead and put the ground turkey in a mixing bowl and add 1 egg. I get asked about how much of the ingredients I use. I don't measure. I just go ahead and I like garlic, so about that much garlic right in there. Maybe a little bit more. We do have 2 pounds. So it's about a tablespoon right in there. And then the pesto. I like to stir it up a little. Now, the pesto really makes it good. And it also has garlic. So, about a tablespoon of pesto also. About a tablespoon of pesto. Then you want to go ahead and add a little salt and pepper. Salt. A little pepper. And then you go ahead and mix this all up. Okay, as you can see, have it all mixed up, all incorporated. And then you want to get your pan. Warm your pan up. I like to cook it over a little bit less than medium high. Just add a little oil to your pan. Alright, next you want to go ahead and form them into patties, depending on what size you want. Form them into patties just like you would a burger. Then place them in the pan. Cook them up just like if you were pan frying a burger, or if you were making burgers. Same idea. Alright, so you go ahead, put them in the pan, brown them up on one side. I like to do about 4 at a time. Cook them up nice and slow. Because it's ground turkey, they'll cook faster than ground beef. Less fat, so that's why you gotta add a little bit of oil to the pan, because you don't have that fat as far as, you know, to get on the pan from the meat. So go ahead, brown them on each side, and because there's no breadcrumbs in it, they're going to be a little bit more crumbly, a little bit more delicate than regular burgers. So you want to be careful when you're flipping them. Alright, so at this point is when I want to turn them. You start seeing the top getting a little cooked. in pieces makes it better. Okay, and then you brown them to the same point on the other, on this side. You know what? And again, make sure it's on medium high heat. Okay, so now the 2 pounds of ground turkey have given me, I've made 11 steaks, 11 Salisbury steaks, depending on what size you make them, a little less, a little more. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the heat down on the pan to medium low. And you'll see that there's those burnt on bits. Those are awesome flavor, awesome flavorness. That's cooked down from the meat. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is I go ahead and take the gravy, go ahead and pour that in the pan. Simmer that, and I use that to deglaze the pan. While it's simmering, and it's also going to color the gravy, make it a darker shade of brown, more like traditional Salisbury steak gravy, which is a brown gravy. And as you see, the gravy is now brown and not that light brown color. It's more like a beef gravy look, but it's still turkey. Then you want to go ahead and place the steaks in the gravy. Make sure you can get them all in. And then you simmer it on medium-low heat. I'm going to bring it up to a simmer. Bring it up to a nice simmer. It's going to take a little while to heat up. Alright, so as you can see, bring it to a nice vigorous boil, simmer, vigorous simmer. Make sure they are all covered with some of the gravy. Simmer those, and the gravy will thicken as it should. And you end up with ample amount of gravy, 11 steaks, and you can make your own size. What goes best with Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes. But this is my recipe on how to do it, how to do them. I'll simmer them for about 7 to 10 minutes. Once it's simmering this vigorously, I'll let it go for about 7 to 10 minutes, and then go ahead and pull them off the fire, off the heat, and you're ready to serve. Alright, so that's my version of Salisbury steaks, like Sandra Lee. It's semi-homemade, and hope you enjoy it. It's real easy to make. And like I said, hope you enjoy it. I do. My family likes it. My wife loves it. I've had a couple coworkers try it. They really love it. And it's only a few ingredients, not very time consuming because it's ground turkey. Turkey cooks really fast. And one thing to remember is not to press down on the meat because you dry it out, especially with turkey. You're pressing all the juices out. So you'll end up drying out the meat. And give it a shot. That's all I can say. You'll enjoy it.